as long as I can remember, I never really believed in Santa Claus.
I'm struggling to remember how young I was when I stopped believing, but it was pretty damn young.
Yeah, you look like a person that learned early, Pooch. Just by me knowing you, you look way too smart for any of that bullshit.
Yeah. So like, I remember I used to tell my cousins and shit like, man, Santa Claus ain't real. Shit like that. Secondly, Tony left again. But what I was gonna get to was, hey Tony, what were the toys you really wanted as a child? But the fucker left. So how about let's get into Saint Nick, okay? We alluded to this topic earlier, all right?
Yes.
The conversation is about Santa Claus and children. How do you handle the idea of Santa Claus? Do you go through the whole Christmas thing where you tell your kids that the gifts come from Santa and Santa sneaks into your house and drops the presents off, doing that whole thing? Do you tell your kid right away? Do you do it for a little while? Like, I don't know. I know you guys don't have kids yet, but I guess just in general, what do you? I don't know. We can start with Doey. What's your
jig was
opinion?
up at a very early age.
So you believed in Santa even as a Jehovah's Witness?
No, the jig was up. Everybody ruined it for me. Oh, that shit is fake.
Damn.
It's not even real. Right at the beginning. Right at the fucking gate.
Were you told not to tell that to other kids, or did you go and ruin other kids' Christmases too?
I think maybe I've done it not knowing I was going to ruin just because I was a little kid and I was like, I heard somebody told me that shit's fake. But it's always the cool kid thing to know when you're a kid. You always got that one asshole like, man, that shit ain't even real. You know what I mean? You always got that one kid that's just like a piece of shit that already knows. But yeah, no, I did not fall into the whole Santa thing. I thought it was cool though. Bro, listen, I would have known that Santa was fake. I would have still left him cookies. I would eat those cookies later. I'd do the cookie thing. Like, yes, let's get some cookies because I'm eventually going to eat those.
I don't know how long I believed in Santa, but it wasn't very long. I think you take me to one like mall Santa that smells like whiskey and see that it's an obviously fake beard. I'm like, this is a lie. This isn't true. But personally, I think that, I don't know. I think that that doing little things like this to keep a little bit of magic in the world for kids, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm personally, I'm kind of, yeah, I don't know. I'm torn because while I agree that it could add like an excitement and it could add, I don't know, it could make the holiday special just having this like mythical thing to discuss and all this stuff. I don't know. I don't want my kids believing in fake shit. And I feel like teaching them that fake things are real from an early age. I don't know. I'd like to see some studies, but my thinking is probably that you're gonna make it easier for them to believe fake shit in the future. So I don't know. I'm like really worried about that. Like, imagine I tell my kid Santa's real, and then they think that the fucking 5G towers gave people COVID. Like in the future, what if that line exists? I don't know. That freaks me out. Like
the butterfly effect to your daughter just wearing tinfoil on her head.
Yeah, it's like who just said Santa Claus one time and that's it. Like I don't know, but I don't know. I'm not. I don't know. I want my kid to listen to me. All right, and I'm not gonna do the whole Santa's not gonna get you this gift and blah blah blah. In my house, I don't know. I'm not gonna talk about Santa the same way I'm not gonna talk about God or any of the other stuff I don't believe in. I'm just, I'm gonna probably tell my kid, don't tell other kids that Santa's not real, okay? Because it's gonna upset them greatly.
Tony,
I'm not going through the whole convincing her that there's a man sneaking into the non-existent chimney of my house to fucking bring gifts and we need to feed this fucking fat fuck. When I'm out here working my ass off, paying the goddamn bills and buying gifts for them, like, nah, fuck that. I'm the fat fuck that deserves cookies and milk. Okay, fuck that.
I don't think
Facts.
it's bad though. I don't think it's bad. Like, I mean, it didn't really negatively or positively affect. Well, only positively, but it didn't affect you as a grown up now. Like, you're not heartbroken by it. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not saying like I'm gonna tell other people kid about Santa. Like, if right now you said, oh, Liana, this that, like Santa, fuck that bullshit. I ain't gonna say, oh, did Santa bring you that? Because then it's gonna confuse her. You know what I mean? So that's like some things you gotta ask the parents. Like, yo, like, what do you tell your kid about Santa Claus? Like me with Luca, me and Emily haven't really discussed about it with how we're gonna proceed with. Sorry, he's crazy right now. With Luca, Santa, right now we're just gonna be like, look, mommy and daddy got you presents. Merry Christmas. You know, and I don't really care if he knows who Santa is or want to know who Santa is. I mean, you want to take pictures with Santa Claus? Like, how did you explain that to Leon? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're saying, oh, look, that's Santa Claus. Like, how are you gonna tell the difference? How are you gonna tell her the difference? Like, you could take pictures with him, sit on his knee, but he's not gonna come at your house to drop off presents.
I feel like you can explain that to them the same way you explain Princess Elsa and all these other, Disney characters. You could just kind of, Princess Elsa is a fictional character, stuff like that. Like
same way she sees fucking Elmo at Sesame Place when we go. It's like, look, he stopped acting in the TV show to come do this parade. All right. It's like, hey, you know that guy who's always giving out presents in the cartoons and the movies? He's over at the mall right now. He wants to take pictures, He's just a character. He represents Christmas and all that, but he's not buying my kids gifts.
You think those Santas get paid decently?
I think that there's some of them that they just do seasonal jobs like that as their way of making it through. I bet there's like high end like Santa gigs too. Like, I bet there's like some kind of hierarchy of jobs. Like, you're in the parade. You're in the Macy's Day Parade. That's the king of the Santas right there.
There's like a union of Santa Claus, like people. Like they have rules of like how big your beard is supposed to be or how's it supposed to look.
The fuck?
Bro, those people must fucking hate SantaCon.
I don't know. They might be SantaCon.
Oh, dude, I've done SantaCon.
Yo,
it was wild as hell. Those are some of the drunkest nights of my life. It was doing a SantaCon.
There must be some sort of pact. It was just last weekend over here for New York. There must be some sort of pact to get blackout drunk. Everyone that's dressed in a Santa, because
for our viewers and for Tony. So Tony, SantaCon is a thing that happens in cities worldwide where a bunch of people dress up like variations of Santa and you go on a pub crawl, and there's set destinations. In Austin, there's like 6 set bars, and then after that, it's just released onto the chaos of 6th Street, like 2,000 Santas. Like, that shit got wild. There would be lines of Santas just waiting to get into bars. The best one that I saw here in Texas was Santa Ana Claus. He was dressed like the Mexican general Santa Ana,
awesome.
But a Santa Claus version of it.
Awesome.
It was so fucking good.
Yeah, they get so rowdy in New York. Certain bars ban Santa costumes on that day. Like, no, we don't take SantaCon people, just because it feels like their purpose is to get blackout drunk.
It is
like to cause chaos.
That's terrible.
What's more fun than being in a Santa costume, stealing glasses from bars and stealing bottles of liquor from behind the bar? Nothing's more fun than that. You need a little chaos in your life.
So you're saying that
allegedly
the sole job of those New York City bouncers when they see Santa Claus is to kill chaos.
Facts.
They're here to kill chaos.
Facts. Supreme is here to kill chaos.
Dang.
Supreme doesn't like nonsense in general, though.
Damn.
No type of nonsense. But you know what?
Childish maneuvers.
I was at
grown.
an event at another bar where it's called some street week, some bartender week, something like that, where they have separate bartenders from different big bars in the area come and bartend at an event. Supreme was there, not bouncing, and he was like, I don't give a fuck about your vaccination status now, because he always gives me a hard time about it. So, bro, I seen the most free Supreme I've ever seen in my life, and it made me happy because he is a man who wants to enjoy himself. I was like, all right, this is what I like.
Good for Supreme.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
other times you just give him a hard time at his job.
Yo, that's what he told me. He's like, how come you always giving me a hard time? I'm like, Supreme, it feels like that's the other way around. I'm like, I feel like you always give me a hard time.
Did you bring up the wet nap incident to him?
No, he would have brought that up. He looks like he still holds that against me.
He should. You're making a mess. It's real childish of you, David.
You grown. Y'all are grown.
Y'all are grown.
He was just over there laying it away. He was yelling at me too, but I was just laughing. It's such a ridiculous situation.
He's an intense person. To give you those eyes.
Now, as far as the second question in this topic, I don't think you should ever, if a kid believes in Santa, you shouldn't tell them that Santa doesn't exist. Like, that's not your job. If it's not your kid, it's not your job. There was an agreement. I come from a big family. Like, we used to have these huge Christmas parties. There were like all my cousins and like there were like 50 of us in a household, and that was just like the immediate family basically. But there were like 50 kids in this damn house, and the agreement was, you pretended like there was Santa. Like there was an age range of 10, 15 years between some of us. Like, you pretended there's Santa. You pretend there's Santa for the 5-year-old's sake, even if you're fucking 16 and you absolutely know that Santa doesn't exist.
Cool. That's fair.
No, I mean that makes sense. The where the drama comes in is when the kids start telling each other that Santa's not real, and then the
Facts.
parents get pissed off about it. And it's like, who's to blame here? Who's the problem? I don't know. It's a strange predicament because I got older siblings, and we are all, I don't know. My mother didn't really raise us all like believing in shit like that. So like, as long as I can remember, I never really believed in Santa Claus.
I'm struggling to remember how young I was when I stopped believing, but it was pretty damn young.
Yeah, you look like a person that learned early, Pooch. Just by me knowing you, you look way too smart for any of that bullshit.
Yeah. So like, I remember I used to tell my cousins and shit like, man, Santa Claus ain't real. Shit like that. And I was the youngest, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, all right, am I the bad guy? Being the young cousin? Like, am I the bad guy? Like, are my parents the bad guy? Like, what's the solution? Is it just separate these kids during the holidays so you don't risk it?
I
remember when I worked at Target for a while. This grown man, I mean, he was like in his 40s. He was talking about his daughter, his teenage daughter, that she wept. Like, she just cried. She wept. When she was 13 or 14, they broke it to her that Santa wasn't real.
Whoa.
And I was just like, how the fuck do you keep this going for that long? I was in the break room eating, like, you know, with some bullshit. And I was just overhearing this conversation. And I was just like, how do you keep this up for so long? How does your daughter get to be 13 years old and still believes in Santa Claus? Like,
That's hilarious.
What if you and Tony have a competition to see who can make their kid believe in Santa the longest? See if you can get up to like 18, 25, 34.
No.
Nah, dude, that's wild.
You have to get real elaborate once they move out. You have to break into their house and put gifts under the
break the glass. Like, hey, Santa, I thought you came. You don't got no fucking chimney.
Yeah, well, guess what? Santa had to bake cookies for himself and pull out milk, all right?
The worst part is if you teach your gun about gun safety or your son about gun safety, he's a gun owner. He shoots Santa. Now I killed Santa.
Would you
Tragic.
precisely why you shouldn't teach your kids how to use a gun.
That's
Because Santa would
He's
be,
going to be, in his example, he's going to be 20, 30, 40 years old. And we're breaking into our own son's house. Like,
that's
I mean, you just
obviously.
said teach your son about gun safety. So
that would be almost as fucked up as the story from the greatest Christmas movie of all time, Gremlins, where she just tells that random story about her dad dressing the Santa costume and like he was gonna climb through the chimney or something. I think he was climbing through the chimney and he gets stuck and he dies in there and they don't find out for like 3 days later. Just this random terrible story in the middle of
super
Gremlins.
sad.
and that's how I found out Santa wasn't real. That's what she drops. And you're like, whoa, that's fucked.
Tragic.
like, how do you not hear him screaming through the chimney when you wake up in the morning? Like,
He was
I don't
probably
know.
dead.
I mean, Santa like is historically like he goes through the air on his flying reindeers just screaming the entire time. So maybe she just thought it was scary up there, man. He's not even buckled in.
I'm not gonna lie, Gremlins was a classic movie. There's a bunch of movies that are classic, like Die Hard. It's a Christmas movie.
Yeah,
Everybody
knows
Gremlins,
that. Christmas
Gremlins was
movie.
fucked because it was advertised as a children's movie. A lot of children went to go see it, and a lot of fucked up things. There's a lot of fucked up things in that movie.
Shit was instant.
Really? Like, oh, all right. Wait. What's fucked up in that movie? I'm trying to figure out.
It's pretty gory.
I mean, it's pretty gory. There's adult language. The girl talks about how her dad got stuck in the chimney and died, and that's how she found out Santa wasn't real. There's a whole collection of kids that learned Santa Claus wasn't real because they went to go watch Gremlins, like thinking it was
Holy
a children's
shit.
movie. Like,
it was Gizmo's fault.
what? Santa's not real. It's
was-
like- it
Wait.
was like-
I'm mixing Gremlin up with another movie because I thought Gremlin wasn't it about that building? Wasn't it robots? These little robot things. These.
Are you talking about fucking oh my god, the army versus the Gorgonites? The fuck was that movie called?
You're talking about small soldiers,
toys.
Tony.
Yeah, small soldiers. Yeah,
No,
that's what he's
it
talking
wasn't
about.
that
Oh.
one.
Damn, why are you coming at me, Pooch? I'm trying to help this nigga. What movie he's trying to?
Small Soldiers is fire though.
It is. Down with
I
the
like Small
Gorgonites.
I had the Marine dude. Like, I had a pretty hefty toy, and that was cool.
That's fire. You know how hard it was to get that, dude? I got like almost all the Gorgonites. Are they even called Gorgonites? Am I saying it right?
That sounds right, honestly.
It
but
sounds close. I don't think they're Gorgonites, but it could be right.
Because it's almost on par with those what was the cartoon show with the statues that were on New York buildings and they came
Gargoyles.
alive. Gargoyles, yeah. Classic dope shit.
I don't
We're
like
still searching
I don't
up.
like gargoyles very much.
No?
I was an air.
Oh.
What was that? The air cats. The one with the cats that they flew around and like SWAT cats. That was the name of it. They flew around in the jet.
Terrible.
I was a SWAT
Okay.
cats man. I was a sewer sharks man.
I found the movie I was talking about that I thought was Gremlins. It's called Batteries Not Included.
Oh my god, that's a completely different movie.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought that was Gremlins.
That movie's good,
Batteries
though.
Not Included. So fucking good.
Yeah, you definitely can't get me fucked up. I made a simple mistake on Bad Fur Day. You made a major mistake on that one. Completely, totally different games.
Yeah, that was
I
me.
mean, but no, yeah. But no, yeah, man. Fucking Christmas is a time of joy, man. Let's not ruin it by not telling our kids a special place for Santa and his elves and the reindeers. You know. Let
Do you
them
think
live their
there's
own-
sex allowed in Santa's town?
They have to.
Do you think like
There's
sex
no
is
way there's-
outlawed?
There's no way they're working 364 days a year, and then that 65th day, when Santa leaves, they're not piping. There's no way.
You
That's
think-
almost illegal. That's some real slave worship if you really think about it. Santa got all these little ass people just fucking making toys nonstop, no breaks.
Joey, I'm going to tell you, Cornelius Yukon lives in Santa's village somewhere, and Cornelius Yukon definitely fucks. 100%. Have you seen that? That man gets laid all the time.
I don't know what the fuck we're talking
I need to look this up.
Cornelius Yukon from the Rudolph, the little like the stop motion thing. You don't remember he was like the Alaskan explorer dude.
He's like an explorer guy.
He sings that song "Silver and Gold."
Oh yeah,
I've
he's
never heard of
definitely
this in my
getting
life.
laid.
Oh, the fat guy. He was fat, right?
Yeah, he had the big beard.
Yeah, I remember. Dang, who's he fucking? Who's he fucking?
I mean, maybe that elf that wanted to be a dentist.
He said,
he's getting laid by something, dude. Maybe he's fucking the Yeti. Who knows?
he said, whoa, gold and silver.
Silver and
gold.
But before, I feel like we're getting out of here soon. Before we get out of here, I just want to say how impressed I am that Tony got the Gorgonites thing correct. They're called Gorgonites, okay?
Yes.
So I'm just put that out there. Tony don't get anything right. So he gets one.
Yo, small soldiers, crack.
Yeah. How do you? That's crazy.
Y'all ever seen
Get a 1-up to get a 1-down so quick. It's not. You can't even enjoy the 1-up.
Y'all ever
I give
seen
you like a 3-up and a 1-down, so you're like 2-up positive. It's like
Damn,
dude, plus 2.
We're doing minuses now.
Did y'all ever see the movie Toys with Robin Williams?
Oh,
Yeah, that was
classic.
cool.
Was that
That
a
was
Christmas
great.
movie? Why do I remember it as a Christmas movie? I don't think it actually was,
I
right?
don't think it's a Christmas.
I
don't
feel like
remember.
there's
They
a
played
scene
it,
that
though.
happens during Christmas or something, and maybe that's why in my brain I think Christmas movie. When I think of that movie, I bet it is not even slightly a Christmas movie.
I don't even
that
remember.
movie
the
was
movie.
weird.
Don't the toys like try to kill somebody? Or
Yeah,
something?
it gets his dad dies, right? So they own a toy factory, and then they end up taking it over. But his uncle takes it over, but he's like a military dude, and then he decides to weaponize toys to sell to the military or something.
Which is that movie? I might have to go watch
This
that again.
movie looks insane.
It is completely insane. It's one of the most batshit movies ever made, but it's so good.
Is that the one they're
So
like at a
good.
school at some point? Like,
She is dressed up in paper doll clothing at one point because his sister's insane. I think she's kind of weird. She has like a child's brain, basically. I think, is it LL Cool J that's in the movie? You're looking at the IMDb or something right now, Joey, right?
yeah,
I'm looking at the trailer on YouTube.
man,
Damn
it's
it.
got El Cujo's in it.
Yeah, he's
It
got
didn't age
he's
well.
like a soldier, and he disguises himself throughout the entire movie. Like he's always in the background, just like wearing camouflage that looks like the wallpaper.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Yeah, this movie looks insane.
It's a pretty wild one. It's one of the most weird movies I remember. It's one of the first weird movies I remember watching.
Nah, yeah, this shit's wild. But I definitely want to give a last shout out to all the fans and the subscribers. As if you're first time watching us, or if you always come back, we appreciate you the same way. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, share, like. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can follow us. We appreciate all the comments you guys been leaving too.
All right, so
That's an unfortunate time.
we're on YouTube, we're on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. We're not on Pandora, but we're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. We're on the Amazon, whatever the fuck they got for playing podcasts. We're all over the fucking place, all right?
Worldwide.
Come check us out. We're worldwide. We got people in the UK listening to us. Hopefully people in Australia listening to us. We're trying to tap in to that Latino market. You know what I'm saying? A couple of us got some of that Caribbean blood. We're trying to expand. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully soon we're going to have some guests on here. Start doing some new things. Try to see what the fuck sticks with people. But you already know what it is. I want y'all to stay safe. Stay humble. Have a happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Hanukkah. And happy whatever other holidays exist out there. And as always, as Tony always says, go one up yourselves.
Go fucking one up yourself.
Peace.